Hello, everyone, and good Sunday, definitely morning for me. Thank you for joining us, the Tibetan Buddhist Society of Canberra's regular Sunday meditation, and followed by a talk. If you are new to our transmission, welcome. If you are a regular audience, welcome. Thank you very much. Nice to have you back. So to take a couple of moments to secure your space and your mind, and most importantly, your attention, and not having any of your other gadgets ringing or buzzing, and that you're totally free to do calm, abiding meditation. I lead this meditation in 3 slots, but first I do a short prayer. This is mainly we are not assuming people know this how to do, because we have different people, audience member joining us. So therefore, we're going to go through this each time. So before the actual meditation, I'll do a short a traditional prayer. The prayers are basically calling upon one's own goodness within ourselves. And we call refuge in Buddhism. Refuge really means we express our faith and confidence and our affirmation of belief in the Buddha and his teachings and the Sangha and the community who hold the teachings. So it's like almost like you feel you are very connected, and you have a really valid philosophy and spiritual teachings and discipline that you have no doubt but have completely comfortable and accepting, and try to follow it as best as you can. It is not a burden, it is actually one that lifts your burden. So commitment to do regular reviewing of one's refuge or prayers or sadhanas one does. It's just a pleasure to do those. So here I will do the refuge prayer firstly, and for those of you who know the refuge, you can do. If not, those who are new, you just bring yourself to a very peaceful space. And I'm going to tune in, start your engine of goodness in your mind and heart, and try to look higher and wiser than we normally do. When you do, then you are safe. So that's really a refuge. Oyenda Buddha Dharma Sangha Aitere Vyede Lajem Baivechu Adyeve Handala Aishare Buddha Vajuve Enda Buddha Dharma Sangha Aitere Vyede Lajem Baivechu Adyeve Handala Aishare Buddha Vajuve Sanje Chu Tadje Chanamala Chanjo Barado Dane Jazuj Dage Zoje Bezo Namangi Dola Beja Sanje So those who have this amazing sense of safety and confidence in the Dharma, and then their main practice in everyday life is how to generate a loving and caring and very tender feeling and actions to sentient beings. So it's called practice, commitment to practice loving kindness. Buddha's teaching is all about how how to be kind, how to be gentle. So therefore, one renews the vow to practice loving kindness, and if you practice loving kindness, of course you will not resort to violence. So that's really good to review that. And then those sentient beings who you could not make them happy, and then they're miserable. There's usually quite a few of them, and then you have to practice compassion. So second is you need to practice compassion, and not sort of try to push them away or be a nuisance to oneself, but use their suffering as a cause of engendering your own compassion. So making a vow to practice compassion, not judgment, not retaliation, not aggression, not aversion to the suffering and problem of somebody else. This is amazing commitment, really. So that's called practice of immeasurable compassion. When you're practicing these two, loving kindness, compassion, in your everyday life, you have lots of joy. You would not have any resentment and anger or frustration. You just feel you're so much happier with yourself, because that's what your main practice is, to practice loving kindness, compassion. Then you have a lot of joy, all the difficulties around you or people's mistakes or wrongdoing, it doesn't depress you, not that you don't care, but you yourself have you yourself practice compassion with that. That really delights you. So this is called joyfulness. And then the fourth one is, if you did this all, then doesn't mean everything will be smooth sailing. Still, there will be some you couldn't totally satisfy them or make them happy, no matter how much you try. Others, who will still have a lot of angst against you and someone you love, and then for them you need to practice equanimity. See, this time I'm not meant to fix it in the way I want to, but I'm sure I will not give up to practice love and compassion. In the meantime, I will treat this with a bit of indifference or equanimity. So these are called four immeasurables. So here I chant those wordings to remind myself and everyone to remember these four in our everyday life. May all beings have happiness, and the cause of happiness, may they be free from suffering, and the cause of suffering, may they never part from the happiness that knows no suffering, may they dwell equanimity, free from attachment and aversion to those near and far. May all beings have happiness and cause of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the cause of suffering. May they never part from happiness that knows no suffering. May they dwell in equanimity, free from attachment, aversion to those near and far. Samjan damjan dawa dan dewe juda jambara juju donga da donga je juda jawara juju donga me be da da me jawara juju nyere jada nye da jawe da nya la ne bara juro ju. So with that prayer now we will do the meditation. So I'll just use the gong, and that means we will do the meditation in 3 parts. So bring your calm, peaceful attention in keeping your body in a correct position. So you consciously position the body from the feet, the hands on the lap, elbows relax and balance. Straighten your back, balance your shoulder, erect your vertebra straight, slightly tuck your chin in, lips, teeth, mouth left natural, tongue slightly curled inside the upper teeth, eyes serene and graciously serene and peaceful gaze, not blinking, no widely open, no closed, just looking straight on the floor in a very insightful look. Have a sense of single hair pulling your hair towards the ceiling. So that's the end of the ascending scanning of the body. Then you reverse that scanning down slowly. So that's called mindfulness, positioning the posture. And then by doing this, you're harmonizing all the four elements that is solid, liquid, gas, warmth in the body, all will be balanced. So therefore you should know that the earth is the firm stillness. Water is that which hold balance, not stiff and rigid. Fire is that which would have good effort to keep it back straight, like the flame burning upwards. And the air is that feels light and mobile and clear in your brain, in the conscious mind. So mindful knowing the posture, checking and correcting as you scan up and down and feel those 3-4 qualities of stillness, balance, and awareness and inside. And so scan the posture up and down, reasonable number of times, say 6 to 8 rounds, and then take a conscious mini break. And then again repeat the same, scanning up and down, doing, knowing, seeing, feeling the benefit of holding this vigil of stillness. Not losing your attention from the posture, not distracting by anything, no becoming disengaged. So I leave you to it, to do it on your own, mindfully. while keeping your attention partially on the posture as the support. Now specifically focus your attention to the incoming breath that you consciously inhale, see, witness, know, and do the inhalation, which inspires you by seeing the oxygen coming, bringing body of positivities in you as you inhale. As you follow the breath, watch the permeation of the oxygen in the blood streams, the lung and whole nervous system. As you follow and go with that, the blood streams floods your whole nervous system, rejuvenating, re-energizing whole body, becoming filled with the red blood cells. In this way, do see, feel the permeation. Then as you exhale, consciously breathe out, witness the carbon coming out. With that, you can get rid of stress and anxieties, worries, illnesses, or whatever difficulties. One out breath and feel the great sigh of relief. In this way, stay mindfully doing each rounds as carefully paced, and do about 6 to 8 rounds, and then take a deliberate mini break. And after the mini break, once again, repeat the same bout of effort with greater stability, mindfully without any dullness or distraction or boredom. Keep watching cognitively the rounds of qualified breath. calmly keeping your posture. Now during this third and last section, we will focus our attention and not only doing each good qualified inhalation, permeation, exhalation, but at the end of each exhalation you count and then do the next, and to the count you do the forward counting, say as far as 21 or 30, whichever, or whatever number you choose to, so that you do not lose the count. Should you find that you have lost the count, just don't get agitated, but remain calm and take a mini break, and then again repeat. Again, try to count from 1. So this is checking how long you can do each qualified round breathing, and at the same time being able to count to increase your endurance, quality, and concentration one-pointedly. So with this in mind, try to do as many uninterrupted rounds of breath that you have carefully counted. And while doing each round, doing, knowing, seeing, feeling carefully when you inhale, when you permeate, when you exhale. So it has an increasing effect on your own stability and also clarity, and therefore very calm.